Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is 𝐸𝐥𝐸𝐿. In today's video, I'll explain you about what is AWS Global Accelerator. So think of AWS Global Accelerator is a fast lane on internet. So normally when a user connects to your application, that request travels to the public internet, which can be slow, unpredictable, and vary depending upon the user's locations. With AWS Global Accelerator, users connect to the nearest AWS edge locations. From there, traffic goes through the AWS private global network, and finally it reaches the closest and healthiest application endpoint. For example, it may be your servers or load balancers. So this means AWS users around the world get faster and more consistent performance. So now I will explain you with a real-time example. Imagine if you are running a gaming app with players from US, Europe and Asia. Without AWS Global Accelerator, a player in Asia connecting to the servers in the US might face lag because of long internet routes. So with AWS Global Accelerator, a player in Asia is automatically routed to the nearest server, let's say Singapore, using AWS fast private backbone network. So if Singapore servers goes down, traffic instantly shifts to the next region, let's say Tokyo, without no downtime. Okay. So in one line, AWS Global Accelerator makes your app faster, more reliable, and globally accessible by routing traffic through the AWS private high-speed network instead of public network. Okay. So here you can see this is the architecture right now we are going to follow. So first initially we are going to create VPC on US East 1 and AP South 1 regions, and within the VPCs we are going to spin up two subnets, internet gateways and route tables. Next we are going to create two different EC2 instances on the both the VPCs and subnets, and there we are going to deploy a sample application like Nginx. Next we are going to create an application load balancer on both the regions to distribute traffic for both the EC2 instances. And at last, we are going to set up an AWS Global Accelerator to distribute traffic to the nearest edge locations. Okay. So this is the process right now we are going to follow. So here you can see this is my AWS management console. So let's do this everything in practical. So now currently I'm on North Virginia region. So let me open this AWS console in a new tab, and here let me select AP South 1 region. Okay, which is Mumbai. So let me select this and let me open this architecture. Okay, so initially first we are going to create two different VPCs on AP South 1 region and US East 1 region. Okay, so this is the North Virginia region, which is US East 1, and this is the Mumbai region, which is AP South 1. Okay, so now let me jump on to North Virginia region and let me select here VPCs and directly select here your VPCs and directly select here create VPC. And initially first you need to provide the name of the VPC. So I'm going to provide Global Accelerator VPC North Virginia, and let me provide IPv4 CADR for this VPC 10.0.0.0/21. Okay, and let me select here create VPC. Now inside this VPC I'm going to create two different subnets. Let me open this and directly select subnets and create subnet. And here you need to select Global Accelerator VPC North Virginia. Directly select this and subnet name. Let me provide this Global Accelerator and let me remove this and here subnet 1. Okay. So now availability zone. I'm going to select here US East 1A and subnet CIDR. Let me provide 10.0.0.0/24. Okay. So it creates with the 256 IPs. So here you can see 256 IPs. So I'm going to create secondary subnet. So directly select here add new subnet. So let me provide the name of the subnet like Global Accelerator Subnet 2. Now availability zone here I'm going to select US East 1B. So here you can see first subnet we are going to create under US East 1A. Second subnet we are going to create under US East 1B. Now subnet CID 10.0.1.0/24. Okay. So it also create with 256 IP address. So directly select here create subnet. So here you can see both the subnets has been created successfully. So let me come down. So let me drop down this. So directly select the subnet one and directly select here actions, edit subnet settings. So you need to select this enable auto assign public IPv4 address and directly select here save and directly select this second subnet and directly select actions, edit subnet settings and directly check mark this option and directly select here save. Okay. So now successfully we created a VPC and we created two different subnets, and now we need to create an internet gateway and we need to associate that internet gateway to our VPC. So directly select here internet gateway and directly select here create internet gateway, and let me provide the name like AWS Global Accelerator IGW internet gateway. Directly select here create internet gateway. So currently state it is in detached mode. So now we need to attach this internet gateway to our VPC. So directly select here attach to a VPC and directly drop down this. So here you need to select Global Accelerator VPC North Virginia. Okay, directly select this and directly select attach internet gateway. So now we need to create a route table and we need to associate our subnets with this route table. So directly come here and directly select route tables and directly select here create route table, and let me provide name like Global Accelerator RT route table. Okay, so here we need to select our VPC. So I'm going to select this Global Accelerator VPC. Now directly select here create route table. So now a route table will be created. Now we need to associate our subnets with this route table. Okay, so directly select here subnet associations. You directly select here edit subnet associations and directly select your two subnets and directly select here save associations. Okay, so now we need to associate our internet gateway for this route table. So directly select here routes and directly select here edit routes, lat route, and here 0.0.0.0/0, and through internet gateway I'm going to provide internet access for this route table. Okay. So directly select here save changes. So on US East 1 region from networking side and their setup is ready. So now we are going to Mumbai region, which is AP South 1, and there we are going to again create a VPC, two different subnets, internet gateways and route tables. Similarly, same like North Virginia region. Okay. So let me show you this, your VPCs, and directly select this. Let me keep like this and resource map. So here you can see we created a VPC and we created two different subnets and we created a route table, global accelerator route table, and we associated with an internet gateway. Okay. So this is the architecture. So similarly, we are going to create a Mumbai region. So directly come here. So this is the Mumbai region. Okay. So directly select VPC and here select your VPCs and directly select here create VPC. Let me close this. Create VPC. So initially, first we need to provide the name of the VPC. So let me provide the name like Global Accelerator VPC Mumbai. Okay, which is AP South 1. So let me copy this and subnet VPC CIDR. Let me provide like 10.0.0.0/16. Okay, I'm going to provide highest CIDR. So directly select here create VPC. So now a VPC will be created. So here you can see VPC has been created. So directly select here subnets. So let me select here create subnet. And here we need to select Global Accelerator VPC Mumbai. Okay, directly select this. Now here Global Accelerator subnet 1. Okay, availability zone I'm going to select AP South 1 here, and this is the VPC CIDR. So now we need to provide the subnet CIDR. Subnet CIDR, let me provide like 10.0.0.0/21. Okay, so it creates with 2048 IPs. So let me create secondary subnet. So directly select here add new subnet and let me provide subnet name like Global Accelerator subnet 2, and availability zone I'm going to select AP South 1B, and this is the VPC CIDR. Now we need to provide subnet CIDR for second subnet 10.0.1.0/21. Okay, so it also creates with 2048 IPs. So directly select here create subnet. Okay, so let me provide like, let me remove this /24, create subnet, or else let me do one thing. Let me 24. Okay, so let me come here 10.0.1.0/24. Okay, so let's go with this CIDR. Directly select here create subnets. So both the subnets will be created with the 256 IPs, guys. Okay, so let me close this. So now let me drop down this and I'm going to select this Global Accelerator subnet 1 and I'm going to enable this auto assign public IP address for the subnet, and directly select here save, and directly select second subnet. Actions, edit subnet settings, enable auto assign public IPv4 address, and save. Okay. So now we need to create an internet gateway, and we need to associate that internet gateway with this VPC. So directly select here create internet gateway, and let me provide a name like Global Accelerator IGW internet gateway. Directly select here create internet gateway. So here you can see internet gateway has been created, but state currently it is in detached mode. So now we need to attach this internet gateway to our VPC. So directly select here attach to a VPC, drop down this and select your VPC, which is Global Accelerator VPC Mumbai. Directly select this attach internet gateway. So now we need to create an internet gateway, and we need to associate our subnets with this internet gateway. Okay. So directly come here, directly select route tables, create route table, and here route table name Global Accelerator route table RT. Okay. And here we need to provide the VPC, under which VPC you want to create this route table, it is asked. So I want to create this route table under Global Accelerator VPC Mumbai. Directly select this and create route table. So now we need to associate our subnets with this route table. Directly select here subnet associations, edit subnet associations, and directly select these two subnets and save associations. So now we need to provide internet access for this route table. So you need to select here routes, edit routes, add route, and here 0.0.0.0/0, and through internet gateway I'm going to provide internet access for this route table. So directly select just save changes. Okay. So from networking side, we have created entire setup on both the regions. So now we need to create two EC2 instances on US East 1 region and two EC2 instances on AP South 1 region, which is Mumbai. Okay. So first let me jump on to North Virginia region. So here you can see currently I'm on North Virginia region. So directly select EC2 and directly select here instances. Select here launch instance. So let me provide instance name like Global Accelerator instance 1. Okay. So now OS I'm going to select as Ubuntu. So let's wait, it is loading. And here I'm going to select 22.04 AMI type and directly select here confirm changes. Let's come down. So here instance type I'm going with 𝐀𝐿 micro. So 𝐀𝐿 micro is more than enough for this video. So now currently I don't have even single key pair, so I'm going to create a new key pair. So directly select here create key pair. So global accelerator hyphen key pair hyphen Virginia. Okay. So let me provide the name like this. So directly select private key file format is .pem and directly select here create key pair. Okay. So okay, so directly select here under networking settings, you need to select here Global Accelerator VPC North Virginia. Now here I'm going to create under Global Accelerator subnet 1. Okay, and here you need to assign auto assign public IPv4 address. You need to keep this enable. Now we need to create a security group. So let me remove this Global Accelerator SG. Let me remove this Global Accelerator -SG security group. So for this security group, I'm going to provide SSH access, and I'm going to add another rule which is HTTP. Let me select this, and here source type anywhere from IPv4. Okay. So let's come down, and here I'm going with default storage which is 8 GB. So once again I'm telling you, here you can see first instance we are going to create under subnet 1. Okay. So directly select your launch instance. So second EC2 instance we are going to create under in subnet 2. Okay. So let's wait, directly select here instances. So currently it isn't creating state. So meanwhile, let's select here launch instance. And here let me provide the name like Global Accelerator instance 2. And OS I'm going to select as Ubuntu. And here I'm going to select 22.04 AMI type. So let's wait, it's loading. 22.04, and instance type I'm going with T2 micro, and here I'm going to select the previous key pair. So let's select here confirm changes. So here key pair, I'm going to select Global Accelerator key pair Virginia, and in networking settings directly select your VPC, which is Global Accelerator VPC North Virginia. And here now I'm going to select Global Accelerator subnet 2. Okay, so now I'm going to select subnet 2, and here we need to enable this auto assign public IP address. And firewalls, I'm going to select existing firewall rule, which is Global Accelerator security group. Okay, so I'm going with 8 GB and directly select here launch instance. Directly select here instances, and now let's connect to this both the instances. So directly copy this public IPv4 address. So here I'm going to use MoboXterm to connect to these instances. So here you can use any of the terminals like putty, or it may be anything. So directly select your session SSH, and here you need to provide the public IPv4 address, and username is Ubuntu, and advanced SSH settings. Directly select this, and here you need to provide the private key path. So this is the key. Okay, Global Accelerator key pair Virginia. Okay, directly select this open and OK. So similarly same like this, let's connect for the second EC2 instance. So directly select the second one. So here you can see Global Accelerator instance 2. Copy public IPv4 address for this instance and open MoboXterm session SSH and paste public IP address, and username is Ubuntu, and advanced SSH settings, and here you need to provide the part of the private key. So this is my private key. Open. OK. So now it will connect for this second EC2 instance. So let me select here multi-execution mode. Now let me update this sudo apt update -y, and let me hit sudo su. Now we are on super user. Now let me install Apache 2. Apt install Apache 2 -y. So I'm going to install Apache 2 web server in the both the EC2 instances. So using multi execution mode, you can handle multiple instances in a single time, guys. Okay. So I think you can handle up to 10 EC2 instances in a single time using this mobile XTEM. Okay. So let me close this. Now systemctl start Apache 2. Now let me enable this systemctl enable Apache 2. Now let me hit status of this status Apache 2. Okay, so Apache 2 is active and running. So let me close this. Now let's go to the default path, which is cd where www html. Okay, so hit ls. So let me enter into this file vam index.html escape 1000d. Okay, keep this in insert mode. So now I'm going to write a small message. Let me provide h1 tag, and here also let me provide h1 tag. Now here inside of this I'm going to write hello everyone from this is which region. Let me open this. So this is the North Virginia region, guys. So let me copy this and let me open this and let me paste it here. Okay, similarly. Okay, let me exclude this. Let me paste it here and let me keep it like this. Okay, and let me keep this in braces. Region instance 2. So this is the instance 2. Let me close this. and let me exclude this. Now let me keep this in braces. Region instance 1. Okay, so this will be good. So let me exclude this and let me save this both the terminals. Okay, let me cat this cat index.html. Okay, so it will display like hello everyone from North Virginia US East 1 region instance 1. So it will display instance 2. Okay, so let's check this whether it is working or not. Let me copy this instance to public IP address and let me open new tab, http colon slash slash, and paste this public IP address. So here you can see hello everyone from North Virginia US East 1 region instance 2. So similarly, let me come here and let me remove this. Let me check this. Copy public IP address and now let me remove this. Let me open a new tab, http colon slash slash, paste public IP address. It needs to display instance 1. Let me reload this. Let me come here, security group. So it's associated successfully, but it's not working. So let's select instances, copy public IP address once again, and directly paste it here. Hit enter. Let me provide with port 80. So now here you can see it is working fine, guys. Okay, it's going to instance 1. Okay, so now let me remove this. So successfully we created EC2 instances and installed Apache 2 on North Virginia region. So similarly, you need to perform this on Mumbai region. Okay, so let me remove this both the terminals for now and let me open this Mumbai region and here directly select EC2, directly select instances, directly select here launch instance, and now here global, sorry, let me open this, let me copy this name, Global Accelerator instance 1. Okay, and let me provide the name same like this, select OS as Ubuntu, and here I'm going to select 22.04 AMI type, directly select confirm changes. Now I'm going with instance type T2 micro, and here key pair I'm going to create a new key pair, okay, for this Mumbai region. So directly select here create key pair and paste this and global accelerator key pair. So this is for Mumbai, okay. So I'm going with the .pem format and directly select create key pair. Now in networking settings, here we need to select a VPC, which is Global Accelerator VPC Mumbai, and here we need to select subnet 1, and you need to enable this auto assign public IP address. Now we need to create a security group here also, similarly like North Virginia region. Okay, and let me provide Global Accelerator -SG, and let me remove this Global Accelerator SG. So I'm going with let me add another inbound rule. Let me add security group, which is HTTP. Okay. So for this security group also we are going to provide two rules, which is SSH and HTTP. So anyway from IPv4, and I'm going with the default storage, which is 8 GB. So directly select your launch instance and directly select here instances. So first instance it is in pending state. So meanwhile let's create secondary EC2 instance 2. Okay, and here AMI I'm going to select Ubuntu. sorry, OS I'm going to select Ubuntu and AMI I'm going to select 22.04. So let's wait, it is loading. Directly select confirm changes. And instance type I'm going with T2 Micro, and key pair I'm going to select Global Accelerator key pair Mumbai. Sorry, there is a small typo in this. Okay. So in networking settings, we need to select this Global Accelerator VPC, and here we need to select subnet 2 guys now. Okay. So now directly select existing security group and directly select here Global Accelerator SG. So I'm going with default storage, which is 8 GB. So directly select here launch instance. Directly select instances. So let me open this first instance. So here you can see this is the Global Accelerator instance one. Copy public IP address. So now open mobile XTEM session SSH and paste public IP address. So here also username is Ubuntu. Advanced SSH settings. So here you need to provide the path of the private key. Okay. So let me provide this Mumbai key pair. Okay. So there is a small typo guys. Okay. Open. Okay. So similarly session SSH, and now we need to copy second instance public IP address. So this is the instance to copy public IP address. Open mobile extend, paste it here, and now here username is Ubuntu and advanced SSH settings, and we need to provide path of the private key. So directly select this Mumbai key, okay and okay. So now it will connect to this both the EC2 instances. So here you can see both the EC2 instances are connected. So let me select here multi execution mode, and now let me update this by hitting sudo apt update -y. So it will update this both the EC2 instances in a single time. Now let me hit sudo sup. Now we run super user. Now apt install Apache 2 -y. So it will install Apache 2 on both the EC2 instances. Now systemctl start Apache 2. Now let me enable this. Now let me check the status of this. Okay, so it's running fine. Now let me go to the default path, which is where www.html, and let me open this vam index.html. So let me remove this entire data. Escape 1000. So let me exit from this. Let me open this and let me open this. Okay, why it's not working? Let me select here again multi execution mode. Now vim index.html. Let me open, keep this in insert mode, and let me provide h1 tags, and here also let me provide h1 tags. Now let me come here. Hello everyone from Mumbai, which is AP South 1. region, and this is instance 1. Let me exclude this, and this is instance 2. Okay, so let me save this cat index.html. Now, hello everyone from Mumbai, AP South 1 region, instance 1, and this is instance 2. Okay, so let's check this whether it is working or not. Copy instance to public IP address, open mobile extem, sorry, open a new tab, http colon slash slash, and you need to access with port 80. So let's see whether it is working or not. So here you can see hello everyone from Mumbai, AP South 1 region, which is instance 2. So, okay. So let me close this. So let me copy instance 1 public IP address. So this is the instance 1. Now copy public IP address, open a new tab, http colon slash slash public IP address with port 80. So now we are able to access instance 1 also, guys. Okay. So now let me close this. Let me open this architecture. Okay. So up to now we created VPCs, subnets, internet gateways, route tables, and EC2 instances on both the regions. So now we need to create load balancers on both the regions. Okay. So let's come to North Virginia region and directly select target group first. Okay. So before creating this application load balancer, we need to create a target group. Okay. So directly select your target groups, and right now we don't have even single target group. Okay, so directly select here create target group, and here basic configuration you need to select here instances, guys. Okay, target type. So target group name, let me provide target group name like let me come here and let me copy this global accelerator TG. Okay, now, protocol you need to select as HTTP, and IP address type we need to select IPv4, and here VPC we need to select this Global Accelerator VPC North Virginia. Protocol version we need to select HTTP1, and I'm going to leave this everything by default and directly select here next. And now we need to select out both the instances. So this is the Global Accelerator instance 1 and this is the Global Accelerator instance 2. You need to select this both the instances, and here you need to select this include as pending below, and you need to see both the instances here, and you need to select here create target group. Okay, so now a target group will be created. Okay, so here you can see a target group has been created. Within this target group we have provided our both the instances. So now using this target group we are going to create an application load balancer. So directly select here load balancers. So here also you can see currently we don't have even single load balancer. So directly select here create load balancer, and here you need to select load balancer type as application load balancer, guys. Okay, so directly select here create. So directly provide load balancer name like Global Accelerator ALB. Now scheme you need to select internet facing, and load balancer IPv4 address type we need to select IPv4, and network mapping here we need to provide our VPC, which is Global Accelerator VPC North Virginia, and you need to select this both the subnets. So in this both the subnets we created our EC2 instance, right? So you need to select this both the instances, sorry, both the subnets. So now I'm going to remove this default security group. So I have my own security group which is Global Accelerator SG. So I'm going to select the security group, and in listeners and routing I'm going to select here protocol which is HTTP, and currently my application is also listening on port 80. So I'm going to provide similarly like this, and we need to select our target group which is Global Accelerator TG, which is target group, and I'm going to leave this everything by default and directly select here create load balancer. So here you can see our load balancer currently it is in provisioning state, guys. Okay, it takes nearly 2 to 3 minutes to come to active state. So meanwhile, let's jump on to Mumbai region, and here let's create a target group. Okay, so directly select here target groups. So directly select create target group, and target type I'm going to select as instances, and target group name let me provide target group name like Global Accelerator TG target group, and protocol which is HTTP, and currently our application is running on port 80. Okay, so IP address type we are going with IPv4, and here we need to provide our VPC which is Global Accelerator VPC Mumbai. Okay, so I'm going to leave this by default and directly select next, And here we need to select our both the instances, Global Accelerator Instance 1, Global Accelerator Instance 2. Select both the instances and directly select include as pending below. So here you can see both the instances are added here, and directly select here create target group. So our target group has been created successfully on Mumbai region. So now using this target group, we need to create an application load balancer on Mumbai region, guys. Okay. So directly select load balancers, create load balancer. You need to select application load balancer. So directly select create and load balancer name Global Accelerator hyphen ALB application load balancer scheme. I'm going with internet facing load balancer IPv4 address type. I'm going with IPv4, and in network mapping I'm going to select this Global Accelerator VPC Mumbai. That means this is our VPC. Okay, so now I'm going to select this both the subnets, because in this both the subnets we created our EC2 instances. Okay, now I'm going to select my own security group, which is a Global Accelerator SG. And in listeners and routing, I'm going to select protocol as HTTP, and currently my application is running on port 80. And in default action, I'm going to select this target group, which is Global Accelerator TG, and I'm going to leave this everything by default and directly select here create load balancer. So now currently it is in provisioning state, guys. Okay, that means it is in creating state. So it takes nearly 2 to 3 minutes to come to active state in Mumbai region. So meanwhile, let's check in North Virginia region. So currently it is also in provisioning. Let me refresh this. So here you can see status has been changed to add to. So now we need to open this, select this load balancers. Okay, you need to select your load balancer and you need to come down, and here you can see this is the DNS name, guys. Okay, so using this DNS name you can access your application. Okay, this is the load balancer DNS name. Copy this, open a new tab and directly paste it here, hit enter. Site can't be reached. Let's do one thing. Uh, Let me close this. Let me open a new tab. HTTP colon slash slash. Paste that DNS name here. So here you can see hello everyone from North Virginia, US East 1 region, instance 1. So currently it is request is going to instance 1. Let me refresh this. Here you can see request is going to instance 2. Again, it is going to 1. Again, if I refresh this, it is going to 2. Okay. So currently our application load balancer is distributing traffic to both the instances on North Virginia region. So similarly, let's check on Mumbai region. So let's close this. Let me open this Mumbai region and let me select here load balances. So currently still it is in provisioning state. So let's wait for some time. So once both the load balancers are active and running, we are going to create an AWS Global Accelerator using this both load balancers endpoints, guys. Okay. So let's come here. So currently I'm in Mumbai region. Let me refresh this. So still it is in provisioning state. So I will be back once state is changed to add to. Okay. So let's wait. So here you can see within just 1 minute status it is changed to active. So now let me copy this DNS name and let me open a new tab and let me directly paste it here. So here you can see hello everyone from Mumbai AP South 1 region instance 2. Okay. So currently traffic is going to instance 2. So let me refresh this. So here you can see instance 1. So refresh this instance 2. Refresh this instance 1. Okay. So let me close this now. Okay, so currently in Mumbai region also traffic is distributing to both the EC2 instances using this application load balancer. Okay, so now at last we are going to set up an AWS Global Accelerator. Okay, so directly open AWS console in your new tab and directly search for AWS Global Accelerator, or else directly search for Global Accelerator. Okay, open this. And here you can see AWS Global Accelerator is a global level service, guys. Okay, so you need to remember that. And directly select here accelerators and directly select here create accelerator. And accelerator name I'm going to provide the name like Global Accelerator Virginia and Mumbai. Okay, So I'm going to provide name like this. So here you can give the name whatever you want. So accelerator type I'm going with standard, and IP address type I'm going with IPv4, and I'm going to leave this by default IP address pool section and tags I'm going to leave by default, and directly select here next. So listeners, so currently our application is listening on port 80. That means our Apache 2 web server is listening on port 80. So you need to select here ports as 80, and protocol you need to select as TCP and directly select here next. So now listeners, okay, which is TCP, currently it is listening on port 80, right? So now currently our application load balancers are created on North Virginia region and Mumbai region, right? So you need to come here, and first region you need to select as North Virginia, which is US East one. Okay, so here you can see you need to select this region, and second region you need to select Mumbai. So directly come here, and here you need to select add endpoint group. Now region we need to select as AP South one, which is Mumbai. Okay, so here you can see AP South one. You need to select this AP South one as Mumbai. Okay, so come here and directly select here next. So now we need to provide load balancers endpoints on both the regions. Okay, so directly select here add endpoint. So endpoint type, so endpoint type is application load balancer, guys. Okay, so this is the load balancer, so you need to select endpoint type as application load balancer. So here you need to drop down this endpoint. So here you can see this is the US East 1 region application load balancer DNS name, guys. Okay, so that means this is the endpoint of our application load balancer, which is provisioned on US East 1 region. Okay, so you need to select this endpoint. So now we need to add our secondary endpoint. So directly select here add endpoint. So now this is the secondary endpoint. Now here you need to select application load balancer. So now okay, let me remove this endpoint. It is in US East 1 region. Okay, so directly select this add endpoint. So now endpoint type is application load balancer. Now here it will populate AP South 1 region application load balancer endpoint. Okay, so directly select this. Okay, so here you can see AP South 1. So this is the AP South 1 region application load balancer endpoint. Okay, so this is the endpoint. So directly come down and directly select here create accelerator. Okay, so now it will create a global accelerator. So let's wait. So currently it is in creating state. So here you can see global accelerator Virginia and Mumbai. So currently it is in enabled mode, but status here you can see it is in progress, guys. Okay, so it takes nearly 5 minutes to create this global accelerator itself. Okay, so now from now we need to wait for next 5 minutes. So currently it is in progress. Okay, so after completing this you can directly access using this DNS name, guys. Okay, so currently I'm on Hyderabad, so my nearest availability zone is Mumbai. So okay, so this global accelerator will serve traffic to the nearest availability zone, which is Mumbai. Okay, so this is near for me. Okay, so after creating this accelerator, that means AWS Global Accelerator, let's test this everything. Okay, so I will be back once it is provisioned successful. Okay. So here you can see within just 5 minutes our AWS Global Accelerator has been deployed successfully. So now let me open this Global Accelerator. So here you can see provisioning status has been changed to deployed, and this is the name of our AWS Global Accelerator, and these are the static IP address, and currently it is enabled, and this is the Global Accelerator ARM, and routing type is standard, and it is created on this date, guys. Okay, so now let's try to access our application using this DNS name. Okay, so this is the global accelerator DNS name. Okay, you need to copy this and you need to open a new tab and directly select here http colon slash slash, and you need to provide the DNS name. So now traffic will serve to the nearest edge location, guys. Okay, my nearest edge location is Mumbai, so currently I'm at Hyderabad. So currently it will serve traffic to Mumbai. Okay, so this is my nearest edge location. So let's check this whether it will work or not. So or else let me remove this. Let me open a new tab instead of HTTP. So let me provide this like this. So here you can see traffic is going to Mumbai AP South 1 region, as I said. So okay. So here you can see currently it is going to instance 2, right? So let me refresh this. So here you can see it is serving traffic to hello Mumbai region to instance 1 again. Okay, so again if I try to refresh this, it is going to instance 2 on Mumbai region. Again if I try to refresh this, it is going to instance 1 which is Mumbai region. Again if I try to refresh this, it is going to instance 2 which is in Mumbai region. Okay, so currently traffic is distributing to the nearest edge location. Okay, so this is the main advantage of using this AWS Global Accelerator, guys. Okay, so and yes, that's it for today's video. Now let me close this. After completing your labs and everything, try to destroy this entire resources, guys. Okay, because AWS will charge some of the amount from you. So and yes, that's it for today's video. So in the next video, I'll explain you how we can integrate this AWS Global Accelerator with Amazon Route 53. Okay, so and yes, that's it for today's video. And if you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you in the next video, and bye.